Hey YouTube, and it's that time of the month again where I show you guys the stuff I picked up for the month, game collection wise. So yeah, let's just get through this. Picked up quite a bit of stuff, as normal. I got for Nintendo 64, the only N64 game I bought this month, Neon Genesis Evangelion. As I said before, I'm a giant Evangelion fan. Love the show, love the movies, and yeah, I heard that this was a pretty decent little game. It's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's pretty good. I would check it out if you're a fan of Ava. Let's see, some PS1 stuff. I picked up Croc 2. As I said in the review, I'd never played it before, and I actually had to buy this month for the review. Let's see, Tall Infinity. This is a H-Tech game. As you guys know, I like to collect those because they're super cheap, but they're always pretty fun, and this is actually a pretty fun little puzzle game. I'll check it out. Rage Ball. This is another H-Tech game. Another super cheap one that's pretty fun. I didn't really, this one I actually, it was fun, but I didn't really care for it that much, honestly. And then I got, hold the game right. One of my friends will probably remember this from a couple months ago. I saw this at a thrift store, but it was missing the game, so I didn't pick it up. But this was like Redemption, I suppose, because I love these crappy little Razor games. Like, they're just so entertaining. Like, how are these made? So I picked this up. I found it for like $2. I got a lot of pretty decent little deals this month, which is why I picked up a lot of stuff. Moving on to Sega Saturn, because I actually picked up a number of Sega Saturn games this month. Because again, I got good deals. I got NFL 97. I thought that this would be like NFL 2K on the Dreamcast because this was actually made by Sega or endorsed by Sega or something like that. I don't know why I thought that. This isn't really like that. I didn't enjoy it as much. Battle Stations. This is kind of like Battleship. Not as interesting though. Actually, Battleship's not really that fun of a game, honestly. Last Gladiator's Digital Pinball. I would love to tell you guys about this one, but this game doesn't work. Yeah, I need to send this back, but like, I really don't feel like it, just because this was like a $7 game, and if I mail it back, it's gonna cost me like $5, and I'm only getting $10 off PayPal. I think you guys can see why I have a problem there. I got Croc, Legend of the Gobos. I told you guys in my review of Croc that I prefer the Sega Saturn version to the PS1 version, and I picked up the Sega Saturn version, and this was the version I played through. The footage you guys saw was off the PS1 version, but I played through this one. Don't ask me why. But yeah, so, check out the review. It'll be the info thing. Scud, the Disposable Assassin. I heard that this was like bad. It's not that bad, it's just like really freaking hard. Like, that was the one thing. I played through the first like 5 stages of this, and it was just like way too hard. And it's only because your gun is like way too slow, And then I got Skeleton Warriors. This is a pretty decent little 2D action game. I liked it, or I've been enjoying it, I suppose. Then on to Dreamcast, because, I picked up a number of Dreamcast games. We got Typing of the Dead. I have a Japanese version of this, but I've wanted a US copy for a while. And then somebody posted like brand new sealed copies for $20, and that's an awesome deal because this goes for like $40. So I finally picked up a copy of this. It was all nice and mint and beautiful. Record of Lotus War. I've wanted to play this for a long time now. And ironically, I had it at one point, but then I sold it because it was loose. And I never did get to playing it back then, but I got it again. I haven't checked it out yet. Been busy doing other stuff, you guys. MDK2. I played through the first like 3 stages of this. This was pretty awesome, honestly. I really enjoyed the humor of the game. Yeah, I really liked this from what I played. Power Stone. This is another one that I had on Import Dreamcast, but I've wanted a US copy for a while. And I got this for a good deal, so, you know, glad to finally have an American copy. Tech Romancer. This is another one that I got a really good deal on. This normally goes for like 70, 80 bucks, I think. Granted, that's with the manual. I got this for about, I think it was 35. I think it was 35 or 30, one of the two. You know, missing the manual, but I can get a manual eventually. And I had to replace the case, but again, that's whatever. But this is a pretty fun little fighting game. It's pretty good. It's not as good as Power Stone though. And then I got Phantasy Star Online version 2. Another one I actually picked up factory sealed because I got it for, you know, a pretty decent little price. Yeah, it's Phantasy Star Online. You know, it's pretty great. Then on the PS2 games, I picked up 2 PS2 games. Hurdy-Gurdy. I haven't played this yet. I don't know, I saw it for cheap. I think if you see the price tag there, it's $3. I saw it for cheap, figured why not. How bad it could be. And Tony Hawk Underground. This was another one. This was one that I actually picked up for, you know, cheap at a thrift store, I think? Yeah, at a thrift store. And I actually have this already. So, yeah. But I guess it'll just get added to trade bait and whatnot. Let's see. Picked up on the GameCube. I got a copy of Pitfall: The Lost Expedition. Wanted this game for a while now, mostly because it looked pretty fun. Yeah, I've wanted this for a while now. Finally got a copy. And let's see, moving on to Wii games, because I picked up quite a few Wii games, as you guys can probably tell. Just because GameStop is, I think, trying to clear out Wii games, so they're doing, you know, what was it, 4 games for $10, which is an awesome deal. So naturally, I picked up a lot of games. Picked up a Wii Sports. This is funny because last month I picked up Wii Sports Resort, and you know, this month I pick up Wii Sports. Not sure what I'm gonna do with either of those. Yeah, I might sell them, but you know, I don't know. Broken Sword, Shadows of the Templar, or Shadow of the Templars. I had this on DS, and I didn't really care for it that much. Point and click games just really aren't my thing, if I'm being honest with you guys, but that one seemed okay. Bust a Move Bash. I love Bust a Move. So this is actually like a perfect fit for me there, in my opinion. You know, Bust a Move on the Wii. You know, it seems like that's one of those games that motion controls would work pretty well with. Adventures of Tintin. This is a pretty decent game. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Myth Makers, Tap, Trixie, and Toy Again. Yeah, this was pretty terrible. If you look at the art, you're probably, you know, think, wow, that's pretty bad. And it was. Alone in the Dark, I didn't play this yet. It looked okay though. Sakura Wars, So Long My Love. This is one that's been on my radar for a while now, because this is the only Sakura Wars game we ever got in America. So I've wanted to check this out for a while now, and I finally got it for a price I was willing to pay. And I haven't played it yet, because I've been playing other stuff, honestly, you guys. Let's see, Final Fantasy Chocobo Fables. This is a mystery dungeon game with chocobos, which is, you know, pretty cool. Honestly, you guys, like, I've never really cared for mystery dungeon, but I've always wanted to check this out though, because I love chocobos. Like, I don't know why, but there's something about the chocobo that I love in Final Fantasy. let's see, Obscure the Aftermath. I don't know why I said that so weird. I haven't played this yet. It looks pretty bad though. I watched some gameplay of it, you know. And then Dragon Quest Swords. This is actually a really fun game. Like, you use the Wiimote as a sword, which is kind of gimmicky, but it's actually like pretty fun. You wouldn't think it would be, but it's pretty fun. I would check it out, especially if you like Dragon Quest. Then on the DS, I got a couple DS pickups. I got White Way. Yeah, I don't know. You know, found it for cheap. Figured why not. And then Professor Layton, The Last Spectre. I don't know which Layton game this is. I think that this is like the third one of the ones released on DS. Yeah, I've never played a Layton game, so I'll have to check that one out later. I have heard that like the best Layton game is the first one you play, so maybe that'll be the best one. I don't know. Codename Steam. I wanted to check this out when it first came out, and then I got like bad reviews. Then the price just started dropping like crazily, and then you know, finally it's $5, and GameStop was doing that deal, so I picked it up, and it's a pretty decent little strategy RPG. I enjoyed it, honestly. Like, but then again, I didn't pay, you know, full $40 for it. Legend of Korra: A New Beginning. This is an okay-ish action game. It's a $5 3DS game. It's hard to say it's bad when it's $5, but yeah. Sonic Generations. I didn't like this that much. I'm glad that I always wanted to check this out, but I was waiting until I found it for cheap, and I did, and it was okay. And then on to PS4, because I picked up a couple of PS4 games this month. Let's see, I got Worms, Weapons and Mass Destruction. This Walmart that I go to had this on clearance for $9, and I've wanted this game for a while now, and for $9, heck yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. Yeah, this is an awesome little Worms game. I love Worms. Really fun series. Knack. This was another one that was on like clearance for like $10, and I've wanted to check it out for a while now. Haven't gotten around to it. Crash Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy. Wow. I just dropped Knack's case. That's awesome. But Crash. So I'm a giant Crash Bandicoot fan. You know, my name is Bandicoot. But come on. I don't know how I feel about this, because they changed the controls, and like, I don't know, my mind is so used to the old control schemes for these games that I can tell when I'm not making jumps I should be making. And, you know, like, I really want to say this is awesome, but like, I can't, because they mess with the controls. You know, it's not bad or anything like that, but man, is it hard for me to like really give this a full recommendation, you guys. Like, if only they hadn't messed with the controls, it'd be perfect. Like, if they'd have just done it like the original Crash games, but just updated the visuals, that would be perfect. But, you know, there's several things they changed, like, in the actual game that would be like nitpicking, but like, I've noticed, because, you know, I did a speed run of Crash 2 at one point, so I know when they've edited level designs and things like that. It's less of a speedrun friendly game now as a result. So, man, like, I don't know how I feel about that game, honestly. Like, I kind of don't like it, honestly. But yeah, and then I got Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush on the Vita is my favorite Vita game, like, my all-time favorite Vita game. Just an awesome freaking game, you guys. Like, fantastic art style, interesting story. I love the combat system. I really, I wanted to get this the day it came out, but then I waited because I figured it'd go down in price. But like, weirdly enough, this went out of print on Amazon. And then, you know, just like, I started going to GameStops and started finding like less and less copies of it. And then GameStop put it on sale, and I finally picked it up because I don't want to take like a risk in this become like, not rare, but uncommon, you know? So I finally got it, and it's really good from what I've played. Yeah, it's really good from what I've played, but it just kind of seems like more of the same, which isn't a problem, because I love Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush is my favorite video game, as I've stated. So, yeah, this was really fun from what I've played. But yeah, so those are my pickups for the month of July, you guys. If you like this video, you know, like it down below, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, you know, all that stuff. Hopefully I didn't forget to show you guys anything, but I don't think I did. But yeah, so have a wonderful day, YouTube, man. Peace.